Hello, Munehiro. Nice to meet
Yes,
you again.
nice to meet you again. Yes, thank
Nice
you.
to have you in our show. And it's the technique also has good sides, so we can talk about thousands and thousands and kilometers uh, apart. That's a great
Mhm.
thing
Mm,
today.
Yeah.
I'd say.
mm.
and and thank you for joining us, because I know you're first in the first place. You said it's my English is also not good, and so it's no problem. We are just
Thank you.
talking, and we understand everything, and the one or the other way we understand each other.
At the end, we have hand and feet to talk. It's no problem.
Yeah.
Konnichiwa, Munehiro. It's a pleasure to have you at our show.
Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa.
Thank you.
And hello, Peter.
Hello, Armin. Nice to meet you.
So thank you for taking time for this podcast, Munehiro. I really appreciate that. I was looking
Yeah.
forward when Peter told me whom he met and what you're about. I was like, yes. I wanna meet him. I wanna meet him. Finally.
Yeah. It was a great meeting where we joined in one group in Korea. No,
Mhm.
Munehiro.
Yeah.
You
It was
know,
great time.
yeah. Munehiro and his friends and me
Mhm.
and two guys from Bhutan were in one group. So we
Okay.
were all day together. We eating together.
Yes, I remember that.
We had fun eating, always drinking beer, little,
Mhm.
and talking. It was wonderful. It was a nice meeting over there, no?
Yeah.
Yes, I think so too. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw this one photo of your group, Munehiro, everybody dressed like samurai, and then Peter in his dress and this
Yeah.
photo model, and then it looks so like two worlds clashing to each other. But
You
we're
know,
all archers, we all shoot bow and arrow, so it's fun.
I always, Munehiro, I always talked bad to Wendy, who was with me.
Mhm.
I told it to Armin because the Japanese men sat down, and you have to sit on the ground like in
Mhm.
Asia, and so, and when they settled down for lunch, Wendy
Mhm.
said, "Oh, stand up, sit over there, because we like to make a picture," and so on.
Mhm.
Let that guys in peace.
Yeah.
But it was really nice, really
Mhm.
nice, and nice possibility to talk to a lot of nations and different persons, no, from different countries and cultures.
Mhm.
It was very nice.
Mhm.
Yeah. It
So,
was great experience. Yeah.
Yeah,
so Munehiro, can I ask you what are you doing? What are you all about? So can you introduce yourself quick in a few sentences to the audience, please?
Introduce myself.
Yes, of course. Yeah,
Yeah.
you are the famous guest here.
Oh.
Oh,
sorry.
yes. Oh no,
This is my cat.
Oh,
No,
hello.
he's the no, of course,
Sorry.
yeah. No, everybody
Lovely,
looks at him
lovely.
because the cat. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm learning about modern Japanese Kyudo.
Mhm.
Also, how should I say? All the styles
Mhm.
Kyudo also.
Okay.
And it was called. Sorry.
No problem. The cat can do that. The cat excuses everything.
In Japan, there are two big old style Kyudo. I say this time Kyujutsu.
Mhm.
Kyujutsu means technique of bow. One is Ogasawara,
Mhm.
and the other one is Heki.
Heki, yeah.
Hekiryu. And then
Mhm.
I'm learning about Hekiryu.
And these are different schools, so to say.
Ogasawara has a 1,000 year history.
Wow.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
And the Heki has 500 years.
Okay.
And how should I say? The style of holding Yumi
Mhm.
before release, the difference. Ogasawara is like hold this way.
Yeah.
Very, very, how to say, compared to world standard, it's very strange style. They do this way. Heki do this way. So this is very close to world standard, I think. This is for good for, how should I say, real battlefield.
Combat, yeah, exactly, yeah. The other one was ceremonial shooting, and this is more for combat, okay?
Yeah, right. So I'm learning about those heki style. Yeah.
Very good. How long are you into archery?
15 years, 20 years, something like that. I'm not sure.
How did you get this idea that you want to study archery or get into the history of all this?
At first, I saw Japanese Kyudo on TV. I thought it was good for my concentration. Then I started.
Okay. Very good.
I don't know. I have good concentration now or not. But anyway. Then I started with a Japanese modern style Kyudo.
Yeah.
But after a few years, I met the group of those heki style people. It was very, very, how should I say, very it's a very attractive for me.
Okay.
Very. So I shifted to heki. Yeah.
And this is the group we met.
Yeah.
These guys which were together.
Right. Yes, those people.
And they run a kind of dojo with this kind of school, and I don't know, I think your friend also told me it's a kind of religious thing with ceremonies and events.
So they don't have a big dojo, just like modern Kyudo, but they have very small one. And there is a small dojo in shrine.
In a shrine. With a kind of small temple, a kind of.
Yeah.
I understand. Okay.
Right. And we are from how should I say, a little bit west, not center, just a little bit west Japan, and that area,
on the coast. I looked for your city. You're on the coast, no? On the sea.
There is Tokyo is famous, right? Tokyo, Osaka. And do you know Nagoya?
Yeah.
Between Tokyo and Osaka.
Yeah.
Between.
That area. Long time ago, 1500年だから、400 years ago. Basically, only samurai is allowed to use bow. But that area, not only samurai, farmers or merchant,
yes, business
were allowed to use bow
and arrow.
to help samurai
The same bow or the shorter ones, the Yumi or the Hankyu?
Longer one.
Both all could use a Yumi. Okay.
弓、そう。
Mhm.
で、each, sorry, very hard to experience.
No problem.
Explain. Let's say, each town has, basically each town has one small shrine,
Mhm.
and there's one small dojo.
Okay.
And there was sensei there,
Mhm.
master.
Yeah.
He taught kyujutsu to people there. So
Yeah.
if the samurai asked him to come to battlefield with him, the sensei will bring those people to battlefield.
Okay.
Those kind of school.
So, Munehiro, so there was a kind of different rule in that area, because in the other areas only samurai was allowed to use
Right.
Yumi and the sword and so on, the katana. But in this area it was special because the samurai were clever, so they had more shooters, more fighters.
Yeah.
I understand.
Yes.
Yeah. Wonderful.
That area has very interesting history, I think.
Great.
So there was a different kind of ruler of kind of shogun in this area.
Right.
A kind of warlord, another type of guy, like compared to the rest of the Japanese districts. I understand. And so this is also the history of your group, of your community where you're doing this kyujitsu. Is this right?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. So in this area, Kyudo was also taught to farmers and businessmen and bricklayers, to everyone. Everyone could join this dojo and was able to learn archery.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. That's great. Interesting. I think in other areas, when a farmer would have used a yumi or a katana, it was death penalty, no? They killed him if he did.
Definitely, I don't know, but they don't have. I mean, they didn't have those mind. They never think about using bow or katana.
It was kind of unthinkable.
Yeah.
I understand. It was a high privilege to use this weaponry. No?
Yeah.
I got you. And so, and at some events you do in the year, they told me a wonderful, funny story in South Korea. They had a little target. It was the eye of the devil.
Yeah. You mean gold medal, right?
Yeah.
Twice a year we have those kind of ceremony.
Yeah.
To the beginning of the ceremony, the target is the small golden medal. Yeah. That's a symbol of devil. Eye of the devil.
Yeah.
So if we get the medal, how should I say? Everything's okay. Happiness is coming.
The evil is destroyed, so to say.
Right. That's right.
For this year, everything is okay if you hit it. No.
For heavy years.
Twice a year.
Twice a year.
Twice a year. Yes.
Yeah. And they told me, I don't know, your friend told me a funny story about this ceremony. He said one year or one event, they were not able, and for Armin, when they hit the devil's eye, then the party begins.
Ah,
And they say, and his friend said, and at one occasion they were not able to hit it. I don't know, 2 days or one day, so nobody could have a party because they couldn't hit the target.
yeah. It is a part of community festival. Then how do I explain? There is some how should I say? We call it omikoshi. There is some small small shrine, and we can hold
carry that shrine. Yeah.
So in that community festival, that those people carry that in their area.
Yep.
So if somebody didn't hit the golden target, they can go out.
Oh, okay.
So it's a big problem.
So
as can be started.
As long as you don't hit the target, they have to carry this shrine around. Right?
They don't hit, they can go out.
Okay.
Wow. Very important.
And is it a kind of Shinto religious
Shinto
thing? Okay.
But I think it's a very for that area only, I think.
And I'm very interested in religion too, so I'm sorry if we laugh about it and we're making a little fun about it, but they told it like a funny story to me in South Korea. Yep. And so what is that core of Shinto? Is it like is it like a goddess, a god, or how is it with this shrine and the ceremony and so on?
Excuse me, what do you mean?
Is this shrine is inside a kind of god or a ghost or I don't understand.
Yeah, there are gods. And I think it's very difficult to understand for Christian people. There are many gods in Japan. It is say 8 million gods.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I don't think somebody counted it. So 8 million is, I'm not sure, but many gods. So each shrine has different god.
Okay, and how you came to that many gods? Is every god is for another thing responsible, or how is it?
Yeah, right.
Okay, one is for the weather, one for the books, and one for the sun, and one for the rain, and one for the snow, and so on.
Right, that's right. That's correct.
Okay, and they are connected to nature. These gods,
right,
are connected to nature.
Yes.
And correct me if I'm wrong. I also read that in Japan, people believe in everything, even in a stone, can be a god or a kind of entity. Is this right? Or in a tree or somewhere?
Yes.
I understand.
For everything, the God is there.
God cannot be not there. So everything
Right.
is God. Yeah.
Right. Yes. Yes.
And are there also evil gods, or is there just one kind of devil of Satan, or how is it? Are the bad demons there, or just good gods?
Devil. I don't think it's one devil. So maybe many devils.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And okay, I understand. Like, I think here in Christianity they believe in one big devil and many demons and so on. You know, so lower devils who do bad stuff and so on.
And on the other end, we have one God and all his angels and archangels. Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. In that way, in that sense, also in Christianity, there are an uncountable number of angels and so on. So it's also a lot of deities watching us and so on.
But still ruled by one. So
and one more question, Munehiro. And so when you're, let's say you're gonna marry a woman, so you are praying to that special God who is responsible for marriages and for lucky families and so on. Is this right?
Yeah, but I think it sounds strange for you. For marriage, some people goes to shrine, but some goes to temple, some goes to church.
Okay.
Yeah. So
everyone does it differently.
Right.
Okay. I thought you say if marriage is part of the devil stuff. Oh, that sounds great. Interesting. I have one big question I always want to ask. How is it with that symmetry and length of the yumi? Why is the yumi, the long yumi, like it is? You know,
what do you mean?
The design and that is asymmetrical. Everything about the yumi is completely not how everywhere else we have bows. Even English longbow, which is quite long, is you hold it in a center, and all the other Asian bows are reflex bows and recurve bows. The yumi is the only standalone bow which has this 2/3 on the top, 1/3 on the bottom. There you hold it.
Yeah.
Why is it like this? What's the reason?
I don't know exactly, but I think Japanese yumi is not too strong compared to Western style. So we need length. I don't know exactly, but I think then at the battlefield combat, we use it with sitting style.
Kneeling.
So if we hold the center of yumi, it's no good, right? So grip should be lower.
But I don't. I'm sorry. I don't accept your explanation, because you also can make a light bow, a soft bow, very short if you like. So it's not so logic to me.
Right. So sorry, I don't know exact reason.
So that's funny. Maybe you can. Maybe when we join again online, maybe you can ask some masters or so, and tell us that. That would be very interesting. Yep. So that was my big question.
Yeah.
And one more, in your group, in your community, you only do jiu-jitsu, or you also do kendo and other martial arts and fighting stuff?
Only Kyujutsu.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And these beautiful dresses, clothes you have, you make them by your own, or you can buy these things in Japan? This your armory and everything you wear on the photos and helmets and everything.
Yeah.
You make it, or you can buy it in Japan?
Somebody make it, but it's how should I say, available to buy.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
Is it an expensive hobby, I guess?
Yeah. From here, from there, you know.
Yeah.
From it's how to say, very big price range.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can buy a cheap one and also very expensive one.
Right. Yes.
Yeah. And what is the material of that armory? Is it like paper or silk, or what is the material of the armory?
Real one is steel.
Steel. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But somebody made it paper, hard paper.
Yeah.
It's a very light, so easy to move.
Yeah.
And steel one is very, very heavy.
Yeah. But because I don't know, I saw it somewhere or read it somewhere, they make a lot of layers of paper with glue and so on. It was very strong, a very strong armory, armor, no, and very light, as you say. Yeah.
Nice.
And back then, where the samurai were, I heard the primary weapon was the yumi, not the sword. Is this true?
Yes. Right.
It's true.
Yeah.
Okay.
The yumi is the most efficient weapon at the battlefield.
Of course, you always want to first shoot the enemy on a distance.
The
sword is then for the last few meters. And even when they attack, I saw once this video of these samurai, they always overtake each other, then they kneel down, then the behind one is shooting, then he overtakes, and then the next one is shooting. This is how they work the way to the enemy. And when they are there, they use the yumi first to stab someone, because then it's still, the yumi is 2.20 meters. It's still longer than the katana. So first, of course, you use what you have longer reach, and then you grab your sword and start fighting. I like this.
And they also had very long kind of spears and
yes.
like that. Yeah. It's I mean, it's like the tactic that British and so use, no, the rifleman kneeling down and you know.
Yeah, the British are good in copying good things, yes, of course.
Of course.
We know where they have it from. I mean, tactics and strategics, you find in Japan and in China way more and better than in the Western world, I think.
Yeah.
Nice. How often do you train per week, Munehiro?
These days, once or twice a week.
Once or twice.
Wow.
Yeah.
For 1 hour,
because
2 hours?
This COVID, because of COVID-19.
Yeah.
How is the COVID situation in Japan right now?
Not so good. Everybody, I mean, every day
numbers go up.
Yeah.
And is there also big propaganda for vaccination for vaccination for shot?
Yeah.
The people go to that vaccinations?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Most of the people, want to have a vaccination. How about your country?
It's horrible. They push everyone to the vaccinations, and now they even want to vaccinate the children. But the children don't get sick, don't get don't get ill. So it's, in my opinion, not very responsible to vaccinate kids to protect the adults. It's crazy, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's irresponsible, in my opinion, to vaccinate healthy people.
Yeah.
I mean, if you have sick people or whatever, vaccinate them. But when you're healthy, you know, these that I could transfer this virus now. I'm a healthy person. It's not going to work like this. So, you know, you need to be sick. You know, when you have the flu and you sneeze to someone, then this one can get maybe sick, but not even this is proven yet. So that's why I'm a little careful.
And I don't know how it is in Japan. We hear in the news every day, we hear about people who have all 2 vaccinations and so on, and they get sick anyway. So I don't know if that vaccination really helps.
The first interesting case was the cruise ship from America, which left, and the whole crew was completely fully vaccinated. And one day on the sea, 2 of the crew members got COVID. So, I mean, for what do you vaccinate then? When everybody still can get COVID and you still need to wear your mask and you still, I don't know. So for me, it's not about health, but that's me.
I think it's a big Chinese trick. They tricked the whole world.
We see.
Yeah.
We will see where we end with these things. So you train once or twice a week. For how long do you train then? 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours?
Yeah, 1 hour, 2 hours.
Okay.
Yeah.
And one serial is 4 arrows. Is this right? 4 arrows is one round to shoot.
Basically 2 hours, one
Okay.
time, but sometimes 4 hours. Okay.
Okay. And you have that distance about, I think it's about 30 meters is the distance standard.
Yes, almost actually 28 meters.
Yeah. Okay. I'm always looking at the pictures of that beautiful dojos in Japan, all made from wood, and it's so wonderful, and the wonderful clothing and so. Oh, I loved it. I'm really into Japanese culture. I really love every.
Oh, thank you.
If you're friends and you are posting that pictures of the flowers and you know, that's wonderful. That's
yeah. This is always when people ask me, "Did you ever been to Japan?" And I said no, because then I would not be here anymore. Because I think once I go to Japan, I don't want to go back anymore, because I like this tradition. I like this stuff, you know. So
thank you.
I most probably would not go back anymore.
Me too.
Yeah.
Munehiro, how is it in Japan? Is there a lot of work or a lot of jobless people, or how is it? Economy, yes.
Economy. Before COVID-19, it was not so bad, but after that, I believe Japanese economy is not so good.
Same here.
Everywhere.
Yeah. What's your job, Munehiro? What are you doing?
I'm working for a housemaker.
House building.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm how should I say?
A carpenter with wood?
No. Inspection. I'm inspection section.
Nice.
Okay. Kind of engineer, looking if everything.
Not engineer, but before we how should I release the house to our customer, we check them. Yeah.
That's what I did in my past too. Yeah. Nice.
But life is very expensive in Japan now.
Yes.
Yeah, I heard about. Yep. So well, we have the same problems here with this corona, jobless and so on. and everything is touched by it, because if the people have no job, they build no house, and so on. So it is everything is connected.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That doesn't help. We have to deal with it, and we have to make the best out of it right now. Things we cannot change, we need to accept, I guess.
Yep.
And if we can change it, we should do. We should stand up and change them.
I have one more question. I saw a documentary about yumis and samurai and so on, and they had a kind of cape, a cape like Batman, made from silk.
Silk, yeah.
There was a crest in the middle, a kind of symbol, like okay, and they didn't know what it was for. When they rode on horseback, then it blew up like a kind of balloon, like a parachute. You understand? And then they shot at this guy with yumis and war arrows, and this silk cape protected the rider. The arrows went in that cape and get out of the trail.
Yeah.
And was very interesting. And besides that, when the horseman, the samurai, galloped, in full speed, that cape jumped like that, so they couldn't see the man behind the cape and couldn't shoot at him, and so it was very sophisticated.
Yeah.
You know about this?
Yeah, cape is coming this way, right? Front of the samurai.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
I think it's no. Yeah, I saw the kind of picture in the books.
It was on his back, and it hung down, of course, when he was not moving. But when he was in full speed galloping on his horse, then it blew up like a parachute and bounced around in the air. So they couldn't have a good aim or target out of because it jumped. And if they
shooting from his back?
Yes, they're shooting
from back,
after him. He rode away.
I see.
Yeah. Very interesting. Very interesting. And when they hit that silk, the arrow went out of his track.
And loses energy. It's like an airbag.
Yes.
Stops the arrow so you don't get.
It was deflected. Was deflected from its path. So very sophisticated.
But they had thousands of years to think about, and then they had the technology and the knowledge, of course.
We too.
Yeah. Look at the English longbow. Yeah.
It's
very advanced.
It's another kind of.
How many yumis do you have? How many bows?
How many yumis?
Yeah. How many bows?
How many bows? I don't count.
You're like me.
Maybe 6 or 7 or something like that. Not too many.
What is the weakest poundage and what is the strongest poundage? What you have?
Mine?
Yeah.
Height? Mine's around 16 kilo.
Okay.
How many pounds?
30 pounds. Yeah.
Not so strong.
32. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's enough. When you draw back there, it's kind of tricky. When you draw here, it's easy. The Western ones, it's easy to draw 50, 60, 70 pounds.
Right.
But drawing back there, it gets,
This way is, looks easy for me.
Yeah, it's easy.
Yeah.
But back then, in ancient times, in battle, I think they had stronger bows. No, of course.
Yes.
Yeah. You know how strong they were? How many pounds about or kilos?
Yeah, maybe 40 or 50 kilo.
Like,
very, very strong. Yeah.
Like here. Yeah. So these were strong guys. And what's the price about of a good yumi? Not by a master sensei, but a moderate bow maker. What would he charge you for
So I think average is 100,000 yen.
Oh, how much is it in
How
dollar?
much? About $1,000.
Okay. It's the same like 1,000 euros about. Yeah. Oh, it's quite expensive.
Yeah.
And your guys using only Yumi made complete from bamboo, or they also use some with fiberglass on it?
Yeah. Fiber, glass fiber
Yeah.
is cheaper than
Yeah.
bamboo. So many younger people are using
Fiberglass.
glass fibers. Yeah.
It's wood with fiberglass backing and facing, no?
Laminated.
Excuse me?
It's made from wood in the core and fiberglass glued on, or complete fiberglass.
There's some type of those completely glass fibers, or inside bamboo.
Okay. I understand.
Nice.
Nice.
And the arrows are not cheap either, right? How much is one good arrow? How much you pay for one good arrow?
Feather is very expensive.
Feathers.
Arrow is expensive also, but feather.
Yep.
Okay.
And Japanese people, like Japanese archer, like feather of eagle or a hawk.
Yeah.
Those are very, very expensive.
So for the arrows you use feathers from eagles and hawks and how you call them?
Birds of prey.
Birds of prey.
Yes. They have their spiritual meaning, so of course it needs to be an eagle or helps the arrow.
So you don't use any turkey or other.
Yeah, many people use turkey or they are very cheap.
I understand. Yeah.
And
so high class people
use
people. You don't use those kind of feather.
Yeah.
And I read somewhere that from these two arrows, one had from the right wing of the bird and the other arrow from the left wing. Is that right or true, or? You don't know.
I don't think so.
Because it's always about balancing, one is then this direction so that they...
From one feather, cut from the center, there are two feather, right?
Yeah.
So,
but for usually you're just using one side for one set of arrows or like that. Left wing and
left and right. Well, maybe it's right, left and right. Yeah. Sorry, I'm not sure.
Okay, no worries. I only read things, and then I simply asked.
Yeah. I've never thought of that.
Cool. It's interesting, and the glove is very expensive too, right? When you want to have a good one, do you use in combat situations and even this glove, or do you use something else? It's even
combat situation. They used soft one. It's very hard. Cannot bend.
Yeah.
But in the battlefield, they have to use bow and also katana, right? They have to hold. So it was soft.
And it's easier to control the bow. I tried with these gloves with the groove in it, and it's
difficult.
It drives me crazy to get this and ping. It released early. This is so.
I don't know it's easy or not, but different. They need different technique.
So with the hard glove, the thumb is almost straight because you don't need to bend it. With a soft glove, most probably you hook the thumb around and you have a normal thumb release. Okay, very good.
Interesting.
Finally, who understands me? One who understands me. Nice.
So you use
I
grab
use
also, right?
I use thumb release. But I shoot. Here I have, and I don't even use a thumb ring. I shoot mostly bare finger. That's why I have here. That's why I have here a bit hard skin.
Oh,
I only shoot 40, 50 pounds, so it's
the pit is different style, huh?
Yes, I miss three fingers.
Yeah.
Oh,
Western style, so to say.
This is Western style. This is Asian style.
This is Asian style, Mongolian style, whatever.
And the arrow on the different side of the bow.
Yes.
In Asia, the arrow is on the
I see.
Like you have the arrow on the outside of the bow when you shoot. And the Westerners have the arrow on the inside of the bow.
I see. I see.
If you can call them arrows because they're 28 inches long, or 29 inches, and your arrows are 40 inches or something, right? Yeah.
Yes, okay. Munehiro, how about hunting in Japan? Is there bow hunting is possible or is impossible?
It's impossible.
Impossible. But rifle hunting, you have deer and rabbit and so on.
Deer hunting. Yeah, some people are allowed, but not so popular.
Okay. Because back then there were bears and every kind of wild animals in Japan. Are they still there? Bears and
yeah.
And wild boar also.
White bear?
Wild boar. This
pig.
Wild pig.
The pig with his two teeth.
Pig, yeah. You mean wild pig?
Wild pig.
Yeah. No.
Wild pig is there in Japan. Yeah.
Yeah. And stag, like deer and wild boar and also bears.
Bears.
Bears. Yeah. And wolves. Wolf too.
Wolf. Okami. So Japan original wolf is disappeared.
Okay.
No more.
Okay.
But
bear is still there. Bears.
Yes, bears are still there.
Okay. Interesting. And are there big...
Do you want to shoot them?
No. I would. And are there also big cats like leopard or like that, or tigers?
No.
Not anymore.
No.
But back then they had tigers. You had tigers, no?
I don't think so.
No. Also not leopards?
No.
Okay. So the biggest predators were bear and wolves?
Yeah, bear is biggest. Yeah.
Because in one book about Japan, I read they hunted bears with bow and arrow and so on, and spears too. I think very interesting.
It was a long time ago, right?
Yeah. There was a funny episode in this book. It was a kind of nobleman, and they hunted, and they surrounded the bear. And then the bear went angry, and the hunters ran away from the bear, and the nobleman looked aside and said, and they said, "What's the matter?" And he said, "Some dust grain come into his eyes, so he had to turn away because he did not wanted to say." He's ashamed about his man running away from the bear. You understand? Very polite. Oh, there was something in my eye, so he couldn't see the man running away from the bear. But I also would run away from an angry bear, of course. That's interesting. And they're kind of natural nature sanctuaries or parks where the bears are and where the deer are, where the deer is.
Yeah. In northern Japan, there's some those kind of area. Yeah.
That's what I also like in Japan. They have big cities where millions of people live, but they have very natural and rural areas, and they protect it. They let it like it was 1,000 years ago. That's wonderful to me. Yeah. I think if you go to countryside, it is like 1,000 years ago, no?
Countryside?
If you go to countryside out from the city, it's like 1,000 years ago, no? The landscape, and the landscape, the forests, and so if you go out far from the city, it's protected. It's like it was 1,000 years ago.
Yeah. Some area is protected.
Yeah.
Not like here in Malta, it's a very small island, and everywhere, even in protected areas, they start building now towers and then high buildings. You know, it's a small country. This whole country has only 400,000 people, but we need to build now skyscrapers everywhere on the island because we run out of space. So it's one big concrete block. You can't see nature anymore. So they made the wrong decisions, or I don't know. That's why Japan, you know. Did you
have you ever been to Japan? Have
No,
you ever come to Japan? No.
If I come, I will stay there. Yeah. Did you ever watch The Last Samurai? This movie with Tom Cruise? Did you ever watch it?
Yes, I did.
Well, what did you think about this movie?
It's American movie.
Yeah, of course.
And old American movie doesn't show Japan very correctly, but that movie is very good in that way, I think. Yeah.
And I think it's kind of a true story. The core of it is a kind of true story, no?
Yeah, it's based on true story, but detail is fiction.
Yeah. But that guy who played him, Tom Cruise, his feature, his character is based on a true person, on a historical person. Yeah. I think it's a good movie. Yeah.
Yeah, interesting. And what is, in your opinion, the best samurai movie ever made? What is in your opinion, the best samurai movie ever made, or you watched? What is the best one? Best samurai movie?
You mean Japanese one or any movies? Okay.
Yeah.
I like Yojimbo of Akira Kurosawa.
This
obviously.
Do you know that?
Big master.
Yeah, he was one of the best.
I like that.
You know, here in the West, I don't know if it's also in the United States, but here in Europe, we had a kind of serial, 4-part fiction. The title was Shogun. It was very popular. It's about an English guy, sailor, and Richard Chamberlain. Played. You know this?
Yeah.
It's
very old American TV.
It's very old.
Yeah. The writer is James Clavell, was the original author, and I was when I was a little boy, I loved this Shogun. I think it was 4 parts, no? It was a television.
I don't remember anymore, but I watched it too. Yeah, of course.
I also read the book. It's kind of a very thick book. It's nice read. Either. Yeah. And it was also you also were able to see it in Japan, this Shogun movie.
Excuse me?
This was
also Shogun movie.
Yeah.
it was it was on TV that time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was very positive about Japanese culture back then. It was very positive because you see the Europeans were the ugly and stinky guys, and the Japanese always were in bath and washing and smelling like flowers. It was a nice movie. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
This is our impression since then, what we have from Japan. All
Yes.
people are always dressed nicely, always clean, they always behave, they're always respectful, the complete opposite of what the Western people are.
And what I also loved about was that strategic and tactics, that intrigues they spun against the other warlord and the samurai and so on. It was also based on a true story. I think they thought who should become shogun. No, that was the battle about. Many battles about. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. You never read it, Armin?
Yeah, I'm not a book reader. I prefer to watch. I have no time for
no culture.
No culture.
You read books, Munehiro? You read books?
No
culture.
It's too long.
No culture.
When you can watch the movie, why should you read? Of course, the books mostly are always better than the movie, but it's enough for me to watch the movie to get the idea, and then it's fine. It's 1.5, 2 hours, and you know what it's all about. You don't need to read every night. No. I only read Peter's books. Peter wrote now the second part of
Thank you.
I wrote it because Peter wrote it, but otherwise I don't read. Did you ever watch Azumi? Famous with Aya Ueto. Azumi.
Oh, I didn't see it.
Oh, you did? Oh my, that's a good one.
Oh,
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know it. Where is it?
It's Azumi.
Kind of ninja, right? Kind of ninja?
Yeah, kind of ninja. Yeah, it's like a few. This old master has the order to prepare a few special skilled warriors. So he picked up a few kids from around and he trained them somewhere completely in the middle of nowhere. 10 kids, and then one morning he said, "Now collect outside." And now he said, "So now you need to do your last part of your training. Form groups of 2. Go to the one who you like most." And then he said, "And now and go kill him. If you don't, I will kill you." So they had 10 kids, and 5 of them died then. And then with these 5, he started going then after a few of these warlords. Yeah, always Azumi is very nice. Yeah.
Because you mentioned ninjas, it's also kind of confusing the picture of ninjas we have from the movies and the true ninjas. That was a very different. It was different in history than they show the ninjas in the movies. No, Munehiro, are you interested in ninja stuff?
Yeah.
I always loved that secret weapons and so on, and the walking on water and so.
Right.
Yeah,
Yes.
That's great.
Cool.
And are there still kind of ninja schools or masters? Or I know they are fighting about what are the true ninja masters today and so on. No.
This I don't know exactly, but there is a master of ninja. They have their history from the
ancient time,
400 years, 500 years, and there's one one class of studying about ninja in the one university in Japan.
Oh, cool.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I signed up directly.
I have to say, Munehiro, be happy in Japan because you are able to learn your history, to be proud of your history. in Germany, where
Mhm.
Armin is from, and in Austria, where I'm from, we are
Mhm.
not allowed to be patriots or to say, oh, we were good warriors and so on. And back then, because all of that Nazi stuff, you know,
Ah.
if you put out an Austrian or a German flag from your
Mm.
window, they will say you're a Nazi, even still today. So
Mm.
you are not allowed to be proud of your people, of your warriors, and so on. And it's very
Ah.
different than in Japan or in China or everywhere.
Yes.
Yeah.
But in Asia, Japan doesn't have good history. So maybe same thing.
We were connected back then, no?
Hmm?
Austria, Germany, and Japan, we were one party in the wars.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. It's true.
Yeah.
Last time I saw a very nice movie. Let me think. I don't know the title. It was about General MacArthur after World War II.
Uh-huh.
And he sent one guy out who should confirm or not confirm to collect evidence if the Japanese emperor was responsible for war.
Uh-huh.
And it was a very nice movie. And they checked out all the generals and the military people and so on. And then General MacArthur invited the emperor to his place, and they talked. And the emperor, the Japanese emperor said, if one person is responsible, then I am responsible because I'm the emperor. And then General MacArthur saw, okay, he's not saying he's irresponsible, also he's taking all the burden on him. And it was a nice movie, really nice. I don't know, I will check out, maybe it's available in Japanese, in Japan too. Very nice.
Completely unrelated question. You have a Honda CBR, Munehiro?
This one? Only t-shirts.
Only t-shirts, not the real one.
I don't have any bike.
Oh. Okay. Why not?
Why not? I don't know. I'm not interested in bikes.
Because of the climate change, Armin, of course. How about China? How about in Japan? Are there big talks about climate change and so on?
Yeah. You mean global warming?
Global warming.
Yeah. And last week we had very, very, very heavy rain, and we had some disaster. And this week also. So,
but is it related to global warming, or is it simply the normal climate change which happens over hundreds or thousands of years on this planet? That's a question.
Because here over in Germany and in Austria, they going and they have put new taxes on gasoline, on diesel, on energy, on everything because of global warming, you know. So if you pay more for the gasoline, the weather will be better. I don't know. Not in Japan, they don't tax you for CO2 emissions and so on.
Yeah, we are trying to.
But you have to pay more for gasoline because of global warming?
So far, I don't think so. But in the future, maybe.
Vote against it. Vote against it. It's horrible. It's crazy, no? Because how should the climate change if you pay more? I don't get the logic. I don't know.
Yeah, especially when you do it in one country in Europe, what's the purpose when you have whatever 20 countries in Europe? So when only one
And you know, they can't tell you how the weather will be next week, but they can tell you how the weather will be in 100 years. It's stupid, no?
Yeah.
And another question about Japan: what is your government like? Is it more conservative or more kind of left? I think it's more conservative, no?
Yeah, conservative, I think.
Yeah.
But this is my personal opinion. This regime now, these days, our government doesn't listen to the people. You know, we have Olympic Games in July in Tokyo, right?
Yeah.
But most of Japanese people does agree.
Like that games. They like it.
I mean, because of COVID-19, it should be postponed.
Yeah.
But they don't listen.
They don't listen.
So it's not good.
Even the other way around with the football stars, we have now European Champion League, something football going. And if these football players travel now to United Kingdom, they don't need to, you know, all these quarantine or whatever. They simply can travel free. Me, as a normal person, when I go there, I have all the restrictions and everything. So who tells me that it's about health and about safety? Or it's about money?
It's about money, of course. You think about how much money is in there with you know, this Lotto, Toto, and this stuff.
Of course.
Munehiro, and I guess a kind of conservative government is always in Japan, because other than in our countries, in Japan, the family is a big thing, you know, a connection to your family, to the old people. And so, you know, here around, they put the old people in kind of big, how you call it, senior
elderly homes,
elderly homes, and so are they not connected to the family, because all that socialist and communist influence destroyed the families. So, you know, every woman has to have a job. It's not good to be a housewife. The children are going to school from early morning till late afternoon, so the government can tell them everything what's right or wrong. And so
make them conform. Yes.
Yeah.
First they come in different shapes to school, and when they leave school, all in the same shape.
like Stalin and Hitler did. That way they do it now here. And I guess in Japan it's better.
Yeah, I think so.
There are no communists. So have you a left party, a communist party in Japan?
Excuse me?
Do you have a kind of leftist communist party in Japan?
Yeah. But it's not completely communist, I think.
Socialist.
Socialist, yeah. Japanese style. So it's different from China style. Okay. Their thinking is.
Nice.
Stay with the conservative party. I would recommend. Protect your family, protect your children, protect your elderly people. Not like Germany and Austria. Horrible. Yeah, a lot of, I don't know, how is it in Japan? Here, a lot of single moms, you know? Is it in Japan? Is it possible?
Yeah, also not so many, but yeah, there are.
Here,
So,
lots
a
of.
lot.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah. So,
The thing is, once you have McDonald's in your country, all these negative side effects will follow. It was a bad joke, no?
that's a real bad joke because McDonald's isn't communist nor socialist. It's capitalist.
Yes, but still,
It's work.
it
If you
has
work
all these
hard,
negative side effects. Yeah.
what's the negative of McDonald's?
You eat it and then you know it.
Every once a month, I love to eat hamburgers.
Okay, yeah, fine.
You like fast food, Munehiro?
Yes, I do, but
Me too.
I'm trying to be away from them.
Because one can get addicted to, no? But
It's not good.
we had wonderful meals in Korea.
Uh-huh.
You remember?
Yeah.
There were tables and they had a grill in this table,
Mm-hmm.
a small grill, and you got the meat and you grilled it yourself on this hot iron plate. It was wonderful, no? It was great. Yeah.
Nice.
You don't do like that?
No, not in
No?
restaurants. We have kind of barbecue and grill,
Barbecue. Yes, barbecue. Hi.
but not like that. It was very nice.
Mm.
Very nice. Yeah. Wonderful experience.
Mm.
And they don't make it anymore, this festival, no? In Yecheon, they don't do it. Where we met, they don't do this event again, no?
Basically, it's every 2 years, right?
I don't know.
Maybe. So maybe this year, but
I don't know. It was in October, I think so.
October, yeah, October.
Yeah. Oh, it was great. I if I remember well, it was 4 buses or 3 full of archers, no?
Yeah.
In the morning, there were buses, they picked us up and we waited
Yes.
together and it
Yeah.
was fun. And yes, it was good to make friends from around the world.
Mm-hmm.
Next time, we're trying to get Jorge from Peru in our podcast. You know, he's a great guy too.
Yeah.
And are you watching kind of podcasts about archery, or you look YouTube videos on archery? Are you watching YouTube videos or podcasts about archery?
No.
No. So we're very proud to have you here. We really appreciate that you made that effort, that we torture you with our questions.
Yeah, we need to squish him like a lemon because we want to know everything. Now, what I would like to know, but I don't know if it takes too long. How was your first training session in archery? When you started, how was it step by step? How did they teach you how to shoot with the bow and arrow? How was it?
You mean, how do we teach them?
Yeah.
How you start? I think he likes to know how you start.
You have a new one coming now and he wants to start shooting with bow and arrow. How do you start with him?
At first, we teach them how to stand, make your body straight.
Yeah.
And then we do the shooting action without bow.
Okay, without.
Do you do that? Do that too?
I read once they had that Gomu Yumi, like
yes,
rubber bow. You have it?
Yeah. Gomu Yumi is the next step.
A good thing.
Yeah. And Japanese Yumi, tenouchi, I mean, how to hold bow is very difficult.
Yeah.
So it takes very long time. Yeah.
How long does it take until you can shoot the first arrow as a new student?
3 months. 4 months.
Because, of course, we all read the book Zen in the Art of Archery from Jürgen Herrigel. This is, of course, when you're into archery here, you read this. And then, of course, you read his story when he goes to Japan, and then he starts archery, and then he tries to cheat again, and the master doesn't like that. It's an interesting story, and it takes long. So, but you only start with Makiwara training first, obviously, that you only shoot.
You know very well. Makiwara, yes.
Yeah, we use it too. So that's why, because it makes sense for a beginner to directly start. I mean, you only have this fixed distance, 28 meters. We shoot 10, 20, 30, whatever, but it still makes no sense to let them shoot long distance as long as they don't know what they are doing. So that's why short distance, and you learn the technique. Right. Of course, we don't do it as extensive as you do. So it doesn't take 3 months. And then breathing, how do you breathe? Yes, I need to ask this because I have some people say I breathe the wrong way when I shoot, because when I raise the bow, I inhale, and when I draw the bow, I exhale with this all the way.
Don't think about it.
Say you need to stop breathing, and then you let a little air out, and then whatever, or you inhale when you draw the bow, and this doesn't feel natural to me. So when I raise the bow, I inhale, and when I draw, I exhale. How do you breathe?
I think each person has each way to breathe. So it's not correct one or wrong, I think.
Okay.
Someone is correct, someone is. Mine is how is it? Well, then start. Release.
So you exhale, 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 and then you quickly hold a little, get a little air, and then you stop.
Slowly going out. And then from here, how do you say?
A small inhale.
In breathing. Then stop. Here, stop it. Because I want to stop here.
Okay.
Then release. Then I blow.
Okay.
It's my way.
No, I need to try that. Okay.
But if I got you wrong, there's no wrong way. Like you do it, if you do it nice, it's okay. No? Is it true? You can't do it wrong if you do it in a constant way.
Yeah, it depends. I mean, we have many people, they inhale while they pull the bow. And what happens is when they breathe in the chest, then they bring the shoulders up.
Yeah, these are
a different style. We don't shoot from up downwards, so we draw from here, and then you inhale, and then you have the shoulders up, and then you need to get the shoulders down again. So that's why.
I have another question, Munehiro.
Yes.
Once I read the in Kendo, the sword, they hold the sword handle with the little and this finger tight, and the upper are more loose grip.
That's true.
And interesting enough, when I was in Idaho in the United States, and at the guy who is making this Howard Hill style bows, they have a straight handle. You know what I had in Korea, and he also said you have to hold that Hill style handle like that katana, very tight with these two fingers, and the upper fingers are very loose. It's interesting.
This is how I hold all my bows.
yeah. It's interesting.
But I don't do this torque. You know, like you do this. You overgrip and then you twist the bow a little, right? So that's why it's a little different technique what you use. Yeah.
Yes. So which is difficult.
You know, because these Japanese archers are all kind of showmen. They're making a lot of stuff.
It's necessary.
Oh, look how he turns the bow.
It's simply, if you want to maximize, I guess, the performance of a bow, you have to do something with the bow. I mean, in Turkey or whatever they call it, hatra, it's this follow through that you move with your bow hand, that you have some follow through. and you do this rotation. So
it's a show stuff. Even Howard Hill did it with his longbows.
why do you do this? This torque technique? Why does the bow turn around in your hand after release? Why? Why is it like this?
What's the purpose?
Because there is an arrow right side of Yumi, right?
Yep.
So if we release straight, arrow goes to your right side.
Because of movement, yeah.
When you turn the bow, the arrow is gone.
If we don't
before you twist it.
If we don't twist, arrow goes right side.
Yeah. Of course.
Okay. Do you follow?
Yeah.
Has to. Because the arrow, when you shoot the arrow, it's flexing slightly. The arrow is
true.
So it's flexing, and when you don't put the arrow out of the way, the arrow will bounce on the bow, and then it goes.
But you know, string is the center of Yumi, right? So if that means arrow is
slightly off.
Right,
points to the right.
Point to the right side, right?
Yep.
So if we release straight, arrow goes to this way.
Okay.
That's why we have to
twist.
But it's only because the arrow is so long. If you would use a short arrow, the arrow would be gone before you twist the bow.
Oh, yeah.
Just a joke. Just a joke.
But on the other side, of course, the longer the arrow is in contact with the string, the more energy it gets on the way. So that's why longer draw has its purpose.
Or a stronger bow.
Yeah, you know, at one time you reach the limit, and it's still better you have a longer draw with the same poundage.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't.
I'm a fan of short arrows.
Yeah,
shortest arrows.
Yeah.
Working. Heaviest.
Excuse me, your style. Excuse me, your style. Arrow is on your left side, right?
Yeah.
So you don't need to do anything.
No.
In your hand.
No.
Not goes to.
You keep the bow arm and the bow hand very stable, like a vise.
Just push straight.
Yes. Just push it away and hold it like in a vise, like in a clamp, and then you release, and nothing should move, with exception your draw fingers.
But what is necessary for a clean shot is that the spine, the flexibility of the arrow matches the strength of the bow, that the arrow really goes around the bow, otherwise it's not going to work.
There are also two ideas about this. I'm an advocate of the stiffer arrow.
Yeah.
So the arrow, I guess, would go more to the left.
Yeah.
Because for Munehiro, also that Howard Hill style bows are not center shot. Also the arrow points to the left. When you knock the arrow, you understand? The arrow points to the left, not straight forward.
Yes,
the arrow will go to the left, like with your bows. And if you use weaker spine, a less stiff arrow, a lot of energy of the bow is transformed into bending the arrow. And if you use a stiffer arrow, it's my opinion. If you use a stiffer arrow, most of the energy went into the arrow and into the target. So when you're shooting kind of what we call instinctively or without aiming, so your brain calculates it. So if the stiffer arrow goes more to the left, if you do it all time with the same arrows and the same bow, your brain is correcting this shooting to the left, so you're holding more to the right and everything is okay. And in my opinion, you have more energy in the arrow, in the stiffer arrow, than in the bending arrow. I don't know. Armin, what are you saying?
I don't know that when I see the atl throwers, you know, atl, this is this device you hold in your hand.
Yeah.
And when they throw this, it's like a short spear. This needs to flex. They use the left.
It's a different weapon.
It's a different weapon, okay. But it flexes, and through this flex, it gets this snapping motion. It's like in some martial arts, it's not the straight massive punch which transmits the energy. It's a fudging.
No. But I mean, remember, if you use that atlatl and you're putting that kind of power or force in your movement, that's the force which is available.
Yeah.
And there are two possibilities. That force you're using is transformed into bending or into range or power of the arrow.
Or the bending is kind of like storing energy and snapping it away.
There is not more energy than your input with your throw.
Yeah, I will do more tests. Yes, I see. Yeah, it's okay.
And another argument, when they used atlatls, the people were not so sophisticated like the people using bow and arrow, because atlatl was before the bow and arrow, as far as I know.
Yeah. But they knew why they took the last part of the bamboo, which was very flexible, and not the bottom part of the bamboo, which was very stiff.
Who knows that? Who knows that?
You know, findings and throwing experience of atl throwers nowadays, the world champions all throw very flexible.
Yeah, it's a different concept.
Okay.
But if you
He's smiling. Look at him. Munehiro is like, oh my God, these two.
if you have a given amount of power on an item, the item itself, the bullet or the projectile itself could not develop more energy that you put in, even if it's spending like hell. In my opinion. What are you saying, Munehiro? What's your opinion? Yeah, and it's the same with arrows.
Yeah, I will do more tests, and then we see underspined, overspined arrows, and then you see how different they fly when you shoot them from the same bow. You do speed tests and penetration tests, and then you see what the difference is.
It's like every science and so on. If you want to find that,
I'm completely open-minded. I simply do this test because I'm interested in the outcome. I have no side which I said this is. That's why I said I usually use the stiffer spine arrows too. But on the other side, when you see that weaker spines have sometimes benefits, I don't know. I mean, when we shoot, I have the arrow on the right side, on the outside, like with the Yumi. I always go, when you need an arrow, you always check what the spine chart is telling you, and then you take a bit stiffer arrow, because then you're on the safe side. Because with thumb release, it's different than with 3 fingers. That's why. Yeah, it's okay. It's fine. It's fine. We always disagree about something, Munehiro. It's normal.
We have to. Well, if someone says,
sometimes you could agree with me, you know.
Okay. Oh, you're right. There will be power from the air in the atlatl arrow.
No, it's simply a springy action. It's simply you compress the energy and give. But it's. I will do a test. It's fine. It's okay.
Okay. Well, so, Munehiro, say something.
What is your advice if somebody wants to start archery, Munehiro?
Sorry.
What would you tell
I don't follow.
What would be your advice for a young person who wants to start archery in Japan? What would you tell them? Listen here. What's your advice? Is it or what's the benefit beside being more concentrated? What's the benefits of archery? What would you tell someone? Yes, start archery because of.
I think we don't make any money to using bow, right? So I think to enjoy is most important, I think.
Yeah.
Not to think too much. No, I think enjoy is very important. Enjoy the hitting the target.
Yeah.
With correct style.
Form. Yeah.
And this is,
and also for my Heki history tradition is very important. To connect to next generation.
Very nice.
To carry on the tradition to the younger people.
Right. Yeah,
I understand.
Yes.
Because you said it, are there also female archers in your samurai group? You have female archers?
Yes, female also. Yeah.
Also in your
Icky.
in your dojo, in your group. Yeah. And they are also wearing that samurai outfit?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, she loves it.
But good question. I read that there were female samurais in history. Is this true?
Yes. なんだっけな。I don't remember the name. Yes.
And how this happened? So that was a kind of a noble girl who wanted
I think so. Sorry, I don't know much about it, but
and they were they just trained like samurai, like warriors, or did they go to battle?
She was head of the family.
Yeah.
Below Shogun.
Yeah.
Do you say Tono-sama?
Pardon?
Okay. They have how should I say? Master of castle.
Master of the castle, yeah.
They have their family and their warriors. So I think she didn't fight or using bows so much.
But
anyway, she was a samurai, kind of samurai.
So it was one person you know of. It was one person you know of, a female, a woman who was trained like a samurai. True?
I don't know about other female samurais.
Okay.
But I believe there are some of them.
Yeah, but my question
not in the books, but
my question was, and I'm sorry if I I torture you, but were they just trained like a samurai, or did they go did they go also to battle?
I think so.
You think so? Okay.
Okay. Would be interesting, huh? Interesting topic.
Yeah.
Because we have this slight disagreement. Peter doesn't believe that there were in any culture female warriors.
Oh.
That's why he is always a little critical when somebody said, but there in the Vikings, there was this woman, and now there is a female samurai. Where's the proof? Where's the proof?
Yeah. I heard about female samurais. That's why I asked him.
Yeah, but that's why you asked now. Did they only play samurai, or did they go to battlefield?
No. Maybe you can find out more, Munehiro, about this.
Let me
topic.
check. Yeah.
You have to make a list what you have to find out.
Yeah.
Wait. We will keep him busy until next time. Most probably he will not come next time.
Oh, he will. What about Yota? Yeah. What about Yota, your friend? I wanted him also in the podcast, but he says he has trouble, or I don't know.
Oh, Yota.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's fine.
He's okay.
Yeah.
what I found out, he was the best shot. He was the best archer of your group, no?
Yeah, he has very strong bow. Yeah,
And really a good archer. Yeah. Yeah. And very traditional. He carried a twig with blossoms in his quiver. And
yeah.
in the morning, he did meditations on the lawn outside. It was wonderful. You know, you looked out of the window from this place, from this house, and down on the meadow was Yota making some meditations. And so with his beautiful gown, or I don't know, kimono. Lovely.
Nice. Good.
Okay.
It was very interesting.
Very interesting.
What's the time now? Oh yeah, we are already a little more than 1 hour.
Whoa! Over 2 hours?
It always goes so quick, you know, when you have an interesting person, then time runs like.
I really appreciate and thank you a lot, Munehiro, that you did this effort to talking with us and answering our questions. It was a big honor to me to meet you here online.
My pleasure, but sorry for my poor English.
Our English is no. You know, every word of yours is worth 10 times the word of a people who is able to speak good English, because you're fighting with the language. You're fighting out, you're pressing out the words, you're searching for the words. And that's why I'm so honored that you agreed to join us. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Was really very, very nice. And it's really an honor and a pleasure for me too to have you in our show. Arigato. Domo arigato.
Arigatou gozaimasu.
Arigato. And maybe you'll like to join again in a month or 2 months or so. And you can find out more about the lady samurais and so on.
Okay.
That would be great.
Okay.
So what's the time? Now it's 9 o'clock in the evening.
Yeah. I need to drink.
Rice, wine, sake.
Yeah, sake.
Like the samurai.
Good then.
Very nice. Goodbye, sir.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much. See you again.
Hope to see you very soon again.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. All the best wishes to Japan.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.